everyone. My name is Julie Egan from Yoga for Healing in St. Louis, Missouri. This is going to be a short practice for when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling like you just need to move through some stuff. I have with me a yoga bolster. If you don't have one, not to worry. You can always use maybe a couple folded up blankets or pillows in place of a yoga bolster. So if you'd like to grab those things, take your time, pause the video, and you can come right back. So I thought we would get started either standing, or if you would rather sit in a chair, that's fine. Take a moment to shift around, find how you would like to start. Your eyes might be open or closed if that feels comfortable. Take a moment to simply notice what is going on in your body. Sometimes we tend to feel anger in our bodies. You might notice anywhere you might be feeling tingling, heaviness, tension. This can look different for everyone. We're not trying to make anything go away. We're not trying to get rid of this experience. We're just simply noticing. Knowing that you cannot release your anger until you feel it. If you'd like, I invite you to take a full breath in through your nose and an audible breath out like you're fogging up a mirror. You can stay with this breath, or please know you can come back to your natural breath at any time if that feels more comfortable. Otherwise, we will keep that inhalation through the nose, exhalation like you're fogging up a mirror. Taking a few more breaths in any way that feels supportive to you. You might even, on your exhale, if it feels comfortable, you might let that tongue hang out as you breathe out. Coming into lion's breath. Perhaps letting go of anything you don't need right now. As you continue to breathe, you might start to make little half circles with the head. Letting the ears rotate from shoulder to shoulder. Making this movement as big or as small as you'd like. Perhaps taking full circles, whatever feels best to you. As we begin to introduce some more movement into our practice, know that you are welcome to opt out of anything at any time. Feel free to take more rest if you need it. Feel free to add on more movement if you need it. It's always your body and your practice. Taking all the time you need here. When you feel ready, bring the head back through center. On the next in-breath, we can sweep the arms up towards the sky. And an exhale can twist you over to the right. Inhale to unwind, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale to twist over to the left. We'll do this a few more times, taking it at your own pace. you're ready, we'll meet up with the hands overhead. As you exhale, you can bend gently through the knees. Let the fingertips reach towards the ground to whatever degree is comfortable. So your fingertips might meet the floor, maybe your legs or blocks if you have them. And notice if you can just simply allow the head and neck to hang. Let yourself sort of ragdoll here if that feels okay. Perhaps you sway a little bit side to side. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Perhaps coming back to that lion's breath. Really just engaging with your breath in any way that feels supported. Take your time here. When you feel ready, I invite you to slowly roll your spine back up to standing. Take all the time you need. Arms can reach up towards the sky once again. As you exhale, you can find that twist over to the right. Inhale will reach you back up overhead. Exhale gently to the left. Take your time. Inhale to rise up. As you exhale, gently fold forward. Perhaps making a little bit more space here in the spine, making a little bit more space for whatever is right now. And if it feels comfortable, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, ragdoll up. Let the arms just dangle. When you're ready, reaching the fingers out, up overhead. And exhale takes you over to the right. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale takes you over to the left. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, fold forward. If there's anything not serving you in this moment, perhaps you allow it to roll down off of your back, onto your mat, onto the floor. One last time here, we'll inhale to make your way up to standing, however you'd like to do so. Arms can reach up overhead. Option here to grab the left wrist with the right hand and take a big stretch over to the right. So this can be as big or as small of a stretch as you would like. Options here, maybe you press a little bit more into the left foot. Maybe you peel the left shoulder back a little bit. Notice what feels best for you. Checking in with the breath, checking in with the body. As you're ready, you can rise back up and take that stretch over to the opposite side. Maybe taking this opportunity to release any muscles in the face, release the jaw, release the eyes. When you're ready, you can rise back up. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we'll step the right foot back, lowering down onto the right knee. So if you have a blanket or a towel, feel free to place it underneath the right knee. Taking a moment to find your version of this lunge. So you may want to walk your left foot out to the left a little bit to widen your stance, maybe scooching back or forward on the right knee. And from here, you can bring your hand to your left leg or overhead, you choose. You might explore bringing the legs in towards one another energetically, so squeezing the left heel back, the right knee forward. Option to press the heart forward and up to take a small little back bend if you like. When you're ready, hands can find their way back down to the mat. Take a breath. From here, you can make your way back into your version of plank. So that might be knees lowered plank, knees lifted plank, taking whatever feels best here. Allowing your hands to press down into the ground, maybe becoming a little bit more spacious between the shoulder blades. You might start to notice a little bit of heat in your center. Notice if you can keep breathing. And when you're ready, you can slowly lower onto the belly. Taking your time to peel the elbows in towards the body, sliding the shoulders onto the back. And from here, the heart can start to press forward and up, coming into a little baby cobra. Take a breath. When you feel ready, you can lower back down. Always the option to take rest when you need it. If you'd like to keep moving here, you can press your way back up into your tabletop shape, or you can tuck the toes and send the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So either one of these are perfectly fine options. It's just really what is feeling best in your body today. When you feel ready, either from table shape or downward facing dog, option to lift the right leg. Notice how that changes things. When you're ready, you can step or maybe help with the hands, the right foot between the hands. Lowering the left knee down. Take a moment to lengthen the spine by pressing the heart forward. Maybe you stay, maybe hands come to the right leg, maybe arms reach up overhead. Taking whatever option you'd like, maybe finding a back bend. When you're ready, hands come down to frame the foot. And this time we'll tuck the left toe. Just step it up, forward fold. Take a breath. Let me notice if anything has shifted after a little bit of movement. When you feel ready, we'll press into the feet and lift up halfway. So you might notice your spine here and see if you can lengthen it by extending the crown of the head forward. Hands might be on the legs or on the floor, whatever feels best. When you're ready, exhale to let it go, fold forward. In your own time, you can begin to make your way up to standing, always taking all the time you need. Just as we started this practice, maybe you notice here in mountain pose, Tadasana, this shape feels any different. It might not. As you feel ready, an inhale can bring the fingertips up overhead. Exhale to softly fold forward. Left foot stepping back this time. Lowering onto the left knee, feel free to grab that blanket. Finding your version of a lunge. As you're ready, fingertips float down to frame the front foot. Finding your version of plank here. Knees lifted or lowered, or maybe it's table today. Wherever you are, feel that warmth in the belly. Notice if you can make the spine long. And breathe. When you're ready, you can make your way onto the belly, however you'd like to get there. You might explore pressing into the tops of the feet here and peeling the elbows back as you press the heart forward and up. Exhale, lower down onto the belly, however you'd like to get there. Take your time in making your way into tabletop or downward facing dog or rest if you'd like. In your own time, option to lift the left foot. When you're ready, you can step or help the left foot between the hands. Lower the right knee, finding your version of a lunge here. If you're having any low back pain, maybe you explore hugging in the muscles around the navel and notice if that shifts or changes anything. And when you feel ready, fingertips float down to frame the left foot. We'll tuck the right toes. Step it up, forward fold. And inhale lifts us up halfway. And then exhale to gently fold forward. As you're ready, inhale to sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we'll bend the knees deeply, coming down to the mat. Take your time. And once you're down, you can bring the big toes to touch. And you can set the hips back towards the heels. Coming into Balasana. Always an option if you have a blanket or towel to set that on top of the heels for a little bit of added cushion or softness. Option to have the arms out in front of you. Option to allow the arms to rest by your sides. Always your body, your practice. Feel free to come back to those lion's breaths or any other breath that feels supportive. And please know that if you would like to stay in this shape for the remainder of the practice, that's always welcome. If you'd like to begin to move a little bit more with me, I invite you to rise back up to that tabletop shape. And we'll make our way down again onto the belly. Here, lining up the elbows right underneath the shoulder. And the feet are behind us, pointing towards the back of the room. You can make a lot of space between the fingers. And then you might explore pressing down with the forearms to lift the heart forward and up. So almost like we're pressing the heart through the arms here. You might start to notice a stretch in the heart space, in the belly. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to come back down with your head on the belly or maybe back to Balasana. Perhaps you explore rolling onto the outer edges of the legs, so towards the pinky toe edge of the feet to make a little bit more space in the low back. As you feel ready, you can start to lower down onto the mat. And in your own time, sliding your hands underneath the shoulders, you can make your way into your table shape or downward facing dog. I'm going to stay in in table shape, but if you'd like downward facing dog, feel free to make your way there. And once again, option to slide the right foot behind you. You might explore peeling the pinky toe down. Take a breath. And when you feel ready, you can step or help the right foot between the hands. Now the left knee can stay lowered if you'd like, or you can tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Finding your way into your lunge. So same options with the hands. Take a breath here. Maybe take some time to find stability if you need to walk the right foot out to the right a little bit more. Perhaps you explore pressing the left knee up towards the side to find strength in the back leg. When you're ready, we invite you to take a twist over to the right. So the arms can find a T shape here if you'd like, or you might bring the hands in front of your heart and hinge forward, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. So this is just one option. You can stay lifted, you can keep the knee down. Always honor what is feeling right in your body, never forcing anything. Taking a few breaths here. When you feel ready, you can release your hands down to frame the right foot. And from here, we'll spin the left foot onto the mat. So it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. And rise up, coming into warrior two. So again, take all the time you need to get comfortable here. You might explore changing how far the feet are from one another. You might explore peeling the feet in opposite directions, like you're trying to rip your mat in half. Arms can stay out in a T shape, or you can bring the hands to the hips. Easing out over the right fingertips if that feels okay. Notice the feet pressing down, the heart lifting up, the fingertips reaching in opposite directions, the crown extending towards the sky. When you feel ready, I invite you to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. The left hand can reach up. Maybe the bicep finds its way over the ear, coming into extended side angle. So you can stay, you might slide the right foot towards the floor or a block. There's a lot of different options here. As you feel ready, you can rise back up, warrior two. Exhale here, left hand to left leg, right fingertips reach up. Perhaps you take a little bend over to the left. And inhale brings you back up, warrior two. Exhale, hinge forward, extended side angle. Now, if you'd like, you can stay here, or perhaps you flip the palm so it faces behind you and bring the front of the left hand behind the back, opening up through the heart. If you have a bind in your practice, feel free to take a bind here. When you feel ready, inhale to rise back up, warrior two. And from here, you can cartwheel the hands down and make your way into your table shape or your downward facing dog. Option to bring the hips towards the heels. Take a few breaths in Balasana. Good. If you're ready for more movement, you can come back to your table or your downward dog if you're not already there. Sliding the left foot behind you. So again, this is just an option. Your left foot can stay lowered. When you're ready, you can step or help left foot between the hands. Again, right knee can stay lower, or you can lift up through the right knee, finding your version of a lunge here. When you feel ready, you can find that twist over to the left if you'd like. Option to keep the arms teed out, hands can come through heart center. Maybe you hook right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Notice if you can keep your spine long here. As you're ready, unwinding fingertips towards the floor. Take your time in spinning the right foot to the mat, finding your warrior two. So this side might feel a little bit different. Feel free to have different placement of the hands, maybe a little bit more or less space in the feet. Take whatever it is that you need. Option to stay right here in warrior two, or you might find extended side angle, left forearm to left leg, right fingertips reaching up, perhaps bicep over the ear. Again, maybe take this time to soften the muscles in the face, knowing that you don't have to force anything. When you're ready, you can find your way up, warrior two. Exhale, left fingers reach up, perhaps behind you. Inhale to rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, taking your version. So you might be here, perhaps you reach bicep over the ear, maybe hand comes behind the back, perhaps you find a bind. Noticing the strength in your legs here, holding you up. Good. When you're ready, unwind, rise up, warrior two. From here, we'll cartwheel the hands down. Find your downward facing dog or your table shape. As you're ready, you can lower the knees if they're not already. And the hips towards the heels, finding Balasana, or if another resting shape feels more supportive, feel free to take that as well. I invite you to check back in here with the breath, with the body, with the heart. Whatever you're noticing, simply allowing that, giving it space to be. And as you feel ready, and then walk the hands in towards the knees. And if you have that stack of blankets, stack of pillows, or a bolster, and you'd like to use that, you can grab that here. So ending our practice with a reclined twist. So with your stack of pillows or blankets, you can bring it right up against, I'm bringing it up against my right hip. These are stacked. And from here, you can start to grow tall through the spine. Taking a breath in. On your out breath, you can twist the navel towards your blankets or pillows and gently lower down. So know that some of us might want a little bit more height here, some of us might want less, so feel free to explore with the height of your stack of pillows or blankets. Again, eyes might remain open or closed. Take a moment here to notice the effects of your practice on your body. You might start to deepen the breath if that feels okay. Maybe slowing the exhales, slowing the inhales. And please know that if keeping your awareness on the breath feels a little bit too overwhelming, you're always welcome to focus your attention on something external. So that might be an object in the room, or maybe the feeling of your body on the floor or your mat. And we'll take about 3 more breaths here. Take your time. And when you're ready to switch sides, you can begin to press into the hands slowly, lifting up into a seat. You can bring your stack pillows or blankets to the opposite hip. Taking a moment here to lengthen the spine, shift around however you need to. When you're ready, you can find your twist. Perhaps as you are taking these last few moments in your practice, you can allow each exhale to surrender a little bit more into your props, into your mat. Knowing that the support underneath you, support of the floor, support of your breath is always here for you. Know that if you'd like to stay here longer, you can. If you're ready, you can press into the hands, rise up, maybe set your stack of pillows or blankets behind you. I invite you to make your way into your final resting pose. So this might look different for all of us. You might lay on the floor with the arms and legs kind of draped out, or you might utilize your props in any way that you'd like. Perhaps kind of seated resting shape. So really just taking all the time you need to find a resting shape in your body that feels supportive. Option here to place your hands somewhere over the body that feels supportive or maybe that feels comforting. So for some of us that might be hands on the belly or hands on the heart. Any other area that feels comforting. Thanking yourself at the end of this practice for taking time to become aware of the body, become aware of the emotions, taking time to really check in with yourself, to care for yourself. If time allows, feel free to stay and rest as long as you'd like. I thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.